most underrated wrestler of the year, Ricochet, won the award. And I think, honestly, let's just be real about this. Uh, this award, I don't think specifically goes to Ricochet. I think
No,
this Ricochet represents just anybody in WWE's mid card from the Indies.
absolutely.
Anybody who got called up from NXT, whether it was Ricochet, whether it was at the time Ethan Carter III, whether it was the Viking Experience, or aka the Viking Raiders, aka the Viking Machine, whatever they're called now, like anyone who's called up from NXT and goes to the main roster, there is doomed to fail. And Ricochet, honestly, is Apollo Crews, another one who got called up a few years ago,
Yeah, and
oh
he
my
just
god,
got a title, which made no sense to me. But
oh man, dude,
that's another topic for another show.
they've dropped the ball immensely on all of this. I think that it's just shows how bad their creative is. They just don't have anything for these people, and they don't know how to use them. And part of it's they're oversaturated as well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, and like they started 205 Live, like, oh, we're gonna push our cruiserweights. That's dead. They haven't done that. They have a lot of cruiserweight talent. Like, there's no even though, to his credit, Finn Balor doesn't really wrestle cruiserweight, but he could have been the star of 205 Live. Like, you had so many great stars that you could have pushed. Ricochet is another one. Like, I feel like if you're on the indie circuit and you make it to WWE, you should probably cry because it's not going to push you the way they should. Like, stay on NXT. I mean, MSK, a prime example. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you've been watching NXT lately. The new Dusty Cup winners, they MSK,
MSK.
great in indie card, great indie tag team. They came to NXT, showed what they're worth. They NXT, in my opinion, is probably the best WWE license show. And
Oh,
they
it's
push.
by far, by
I
far.
mean, it doesn't take much to do so, but they actually push the wrestlers. They do. And if you're gonna come from the Indies, please stay on NXT. Either
Right.
stay on NXT or go to AEW.
Just don't go to WWE. Don't go to WWE. Yeah, I watched an interview Adam Cole did, and like you could see he was gritting his teeth when he was saying it. He was just like, because he knows he's about to get called up to the main roster. It's like I
Oh,
think this is gonna be his last big storyline in NXT. Him turning on the Undisputed Era. He knows he's getting called up, and he knows that when he does, it's not gonna be pretty. Like, and
no,
he in the interview, he was like, this is the dream. Going to WWE is the dream. I'm like, buddy, you go
famous
get
last
Tampa,
words.
Florida, where dreams come true. Like, no, no.
Famous last words, dude. And like, I mean, Adam Cole was one that I thought, honestly, his indie career was amazing. ROH, great work. Like, and him and Roderick Strong, like, great work. And I love what they did in NXT and bringing them together as Undisputed Era. Four amazing wrestlers. Kyle O'Reilly being one of the shining stars. Um, but to first off, to break that up is criminal, and secondly, like, yeah, they're not gonna treat him right. Absolutely, like
Not at
they
all.
don't treat Ricochet right at all. Like, Ricochet has been a joke since he's been in WWE. WWE just drops the ball with everything, honestly. And I hate to say it, but like, I mean, because it was a promotion of growing up that that brought me joy watching. The Attitude Era was some of the greatest things watching. But
Dude, even the
they're,
mid
they're, they're
2000s, like
losing.
the early 2000s, like Eddie Guerrero on top, like his run was great. Like SmackDown in 2003,
Yep.
I think is severely underrated in like the history of wrestling. Like with Paul Heyman at the helm, is extremely entertaining, great matches. The SmackDown 6 were amazing. And it's just they've never been able to they it's weird. They've had the opportunities. Like 2016, they had an opportunity with the brand split to do a fresh restart, and it felt fresh for a minute because you had AJ Styles on top, you had Dean Ambrose on top, you had different people on top. You had Daniel Bryan in his role as GM, Mick Foley. It seemed like they were actually going with it, and then like not even 6 months later, they just dropped everything, and
Yep.
because they can't help themselves. It's this weird thing. They absolutely cannot help themselves, and it's a damn shame.
It is. It absolutely is.
Yep. All right, so let's get into. Okay, there's a few more. Man, they gave out a lot of things here. So I just want to name these out. Technical Wrestler of the Year, Zack Sabre Jr. No problem with this. He
Nope.
is name it the Zack Sabre Award. He's won it like 7 times too. Um, we have also what is this? Oh no, I think I read them all. Oh, most charismatic of the year, MJF.
Eh.
Ah. I think I would give it to Jericho. I would give it to
Yeah,
Jericho
me too.
and
Me
the Inner
too.
Circle. They dominated 2020 with their promos, with
Yeah.
every. It was, yeah. I think that should go to Jericho if anyone. The Fiend was more charismatic than MJF was this year. Not anything on, not any hate on MJF, but also who cares? All right, let's go to this last segment I want to talk about, and like I want to spend a little bit on this. Let's talk about the awards: Promoter of the Year, Best Promotion of the Year, Worst Promotion of the Year, Best Major Show, Worst Major Show. And I probably don't even need to tell you like which companies got best and worst in all of those categories. I'm pretty sure you can tell at this point.
I'm sure WWE is in most of those, the worst ones
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. So Promoter of the Year went to Tony Khan. Worst Promotion of the Year, or sorry, let me actually do this. So Promoter of the Year went to Tony Khan. Best Promotion of the Year went to AEW. Worst Promotion of the Year went to WWE. Best Major Show of the Year went to AEW Revolution. And Worst Major Show of the Year went to WWE Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia, where Goldberg defeated The Fiend in like a minute. A lot to unpack there. Let's start with the worst because I want to focus on WWE and how bad they're doing, and we've talked about that emphatically. And like, no, we're not on the payroll for AEW like all the other marks. Like, don't worry. No, we don't get paid by anyone, bro. If I was getting paid by anyone,
Tony Khan is not giving me any money.
Yeah, no. Wait, we might both be Pakistani, but Tony Khan is not my brother. But let's talk about it. So WWE Super Showdown was obviously the worst show of the year. I think that's like not even a question. You might argue WrestleMania was pretty bad too, with like those no fans and Backlash. Nope, Backlash. Backlash was actually worse.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Going into it, I dreaded watching Backlash, and when I was finished, it was like watching paint dry. It was kind of like watching that Randy Orton Edge match they had at WrestleMania, the Last Man Standing match, over and over and over again. It was painful, just painful. And the supposed best wrestling match ever did not win Wrestling Match of the Year. So that tells you all you need to know about that pay-per-view.
It tells you something. It tells you something.
Yeah.
But I won't take it away from WWE. I honestly believe NXT In Your House, great pay-per-view. Backwards and Forwards was a great pay-per-view. But again, it was NXT. Revolution with AEW did win, and it should have. But Super Showdown, I mean, Goldberg beating Fiend. I mean, come on, Goldberg has been past his prime. We saw him almost break Undertaker's neck in Saudi Arabia like a year or so ago. Come on, I don't even need to say anything else.
The jackhammer's been a suplex for the past 10 years. Just stop.
Exactly.
Just stop. It's just been a suplex.
I've never seen Undertaker more mad in any match he's had, any match botch that Undertaker's ever had. I've never seen him more pissed off. Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.